All right, guys, about a week ago, I found myself in, of all places, Elkton, Virginia. Sounds exotic, but it's just a little bitty town, but they do have an antique store. So had some spare time, wandered through it, and in the very back, there was a glass case, and I could see this Yale through there. And it grabbed my eye right away because this is the thickest shackle I have ever seen on one of these Yales. We've seen these before. I picked a couple of these on the channel. But never with this weird looking shackle here. And I've also never seen one with this tie down strap. So I saw the price tag. It said $80. And I said, just walked away, man. I didn't want to look any further. And a little bit later, I thought, gosh, that is weird. I was buying some other stuff. So I asked the guy, can I see that lock? And I took a look at it and I said, can you give me a break on this thing? I mean, I'm buying all this other stuff. He goes, yeah, $60. And then I found out he didn't have a key, but I felt obligated at that point. And then I flipped it over and I didn't really feel so bad. In terms of collector item, not only do we have this really weird shackle and this tie-down chain, it's in great shape, and located right here is a stamp that represents Southern Railway. So it's a railroad collector's item, obviously used on a railroad. They probably had these specially made so nobody could crop through these very easily. So very cool. The other thing you notice is it has a reduced diameter down there. So when they made these at Yale, they used the stock body. They just made a special shackle for it. So this is probably one of the few surviving ones. But this also is one of my favorite ways to get into these locks, to shim them, and now you can't do it. So this is the unshimmable version of the Yale padlock. Obviously Yale, we got a Yale keyway. Not too bad. It doesn't hardly have any curve here at all. So we should be able to pick from that ledge on the left and just go straight up there. Shouldn't be too bad at all. It is in great, great shape. But anyway, let me go ahead and clamp it up, figure out how we're going to tension it, see if we can't pick our way into this. And I'm going to give it away to a collector. I am not a collector, but Jeff Moss is. And since Jeff Moss gave me this, you guys seen this 100 times, the least I can do is return the favor and give him this once we get it picked. All right, guys, this is the 0.8, the SP13 from Multipick. I tried the 1.0 and it was too fat, kind of like me. All right, let's go ahead. Since we have a pretty open keyway here, I'm going to pick from this ledge, use this guy. This is the hybrid from Sparrows, and that is tight. All right, let's try him, and we can always change picks if we have to. All right, a little bit of tension. These are made with pretty good tolerances, and they're going to be all standard pins. Go all the way to the back, but I think I'm going to have to start from the front here. All right. All standard pins, so we shouldn't get any fault set. I'm not even going to bother. I got a little click on one. Oop, that was 3. I'm not going to bother with a line. Okay, that was 2 again. Everything in the back springy. Right in the front there. Let's try that. That was pin 1 hiding right behind the tensioner. That was 3. Stuck on the bottom. Come on. I probably should have shot some WD-40 up inside of here. Oop, that was 2 again. Could be something living in here. I'm going to put a little more tension. I think there may be more spring tension on this than what I gave credit for. Pin 5 all the way down. And there we go. Pin 5 holding me up. All right, let's take a look at this guy. These are, since they're all standard pins, they are pretty easy to impression. So Jeff, you should be able to make yourself a key. These are common keyways. The blanks are still available. I think right there you can see right away that it's just been turned down. It's a standard shackle. I was thinking it was some kind of sleeve that might be screwed on and then bent, but it looks like it's actually cast that way. These are the standard bodies. They are spring-loaded. Unfortunately, with that overhanging lip, that makes it unshimmable. So pretty cool locks, but I'm not a collector. So Jeff, this will be coming your way. I will leave it open for you. I don't know if that's going to help you or not, but certainly can't hurt. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal. Man, I'm going to use some WD-40 in this thing. If you like the idea of growing the Locksport community, please consider supporting the Lock Lab by either becoming a Patreon or clicking the join button below.